Morning everyone from Panera. We are about to have our little play date, so the kids are settling in at their table and got to order, and it's steamy, but we found the shade and it's just like 20 degrees cooler in the shade, so that is amazing. Oh my gosh, it is so hot, and we were carrying around so many library books. I ended up with 2 basically grocery bags. They had to give me a bag there.
He made steak and he let me have it.
He made steak. Oh, he had steak leftovers. I was wondering what I smelled. Anyway, we're trying to cool down. We need to drink some water, okay babe? Because we were outside a lot. It was so steamy. Luckily the shade was cool, but I feel like I just did a workout and I literally had 0 exercise, but it's just because it was a workout to breathe in the heat. It's so disgusting out there. But anyway, I'm gonna rehydrate, maybe have lunch, maybe wait a little bit. I don't know, I'm kind of hot. We are starting quiet time. I know you just saw my gorgeous face, but all I've been doing is working on homeschool. It's that kind of time of year. They open up registration in July, so time to do all the curriculum lists. They have a standard like online intent to homeschool form, but you do need to put in your curriculum plan if you're not going with like some sort of an accredited thing. We are using online curriculum for Jax again. I'm not going to pay double to have the kindergarten one. I'm gonna do kindergarten. So I started from Jax's kindergarten plan that I had saved, modified it a little bit for Sebastian because he's not a grade or 2 ahead like Jax was. He was just super driven as a preschooler to learn to read early. So yeah, I'm almost done. It's just, I was initially trying to figure out which social studies course to take for Jax, and they are really, really, really long, and you can pick and choose what you want to include, which is fine, but I was originally going to go with world geography and cultures, but it literally has like every part of the world. And with every part of the world, it has the culture and economics and politics and geology or geography, and just like, and which region do you leave out to shorten it? Because like, it was just too much work per day to fit into our school year. So I don't know if that one's gonna work. In public schools here for 6th grade, they do what we just finished last year, which is US history through 1850-ish. We just finished that. So we kind of have a freebie year where we could work ahead in the US history, or we can do the geography and stuff. But yeah, the geography is just too intense, dives too deep. They suggest, they being the curriculum, suggest ancient history as one of the 6th grade courses. And I don't know. I don't feel like that is super helpful, because we dive into that a lot with all the other coursework, and it's not super needed for going into the public system. You probably would benefit most if we take the one that they recommend for 8th grade, which is US history, and I cancel out the first half through 1857 and we do the second half, and I think that would put him ahead of the game, like It's more like 7th grade work, I think, for the county. So yeah, the online curriculum for social studies is not really matching up. So I really need to figure out just what fits best into our year. And it might be that US history, as much as he'll hate that. It's just, if I do that other one, I don't think he's gonna super love it. He's probably thinking it's just like landforms and stuff. But no, he's doing earth science as his science, so he's already gonna be covering all that. And I already had to cancel out all the physical geography from that world history course because it was too long. So yeah, I'm just thinking things out in my head. It's a little bit of a struggle because right now our curriculum site is in summer hold mode where I only pay $5 a month instead of $20, and I can just make plans and kind of see the chapter names, but I can't drill down into the work, which is frustrating. I can't see how long things take unless I reactivate it early, and right now I don't have that set till August to activate because we start at the end of August. So all I can do is like make the whole plan and see what it ends up with, and then if I don't like it, like it's too long and I can't take enough out, I have to change the course, and then it's like you have to either make a brand new plan and customize it all over again or wait a week. So I just changed the course from that world geography to US history, and I guess I'll make another course plan to see how that one ends up, but leave the other one. I don't know, this is probably gonna screw up everything. I'm gonna have to redo it. It's about a half an hour of work to customize everything, I think. I'm just thinking things through. Not exciting, but I will eventually sort it out. Maybe I'll do a little bit more reading on my phone through those chapter names to try and sort it out. And yeah, I'm gonna go start quiet time. Hello everybody, we are getting ready for bed. Let's just go over the day, though I did talk to you about homeschool stuff in the middle of the day. Anyway, we went out and did our Panera meetup, I guess. Not quite a play date, though they played a little bit afterwards. One of the girls was just COVID tested because she's going to camp, so it was nice knowing that she was COVID negative and most likely her sister, since they've just been doing school at home, not really doing too much. So it's nice to see friends for sure. And then on the way home, we had a ton of library books to return. We had like 25 library books to return, and then I went a little crazy and I put like 31 books on hold, and like 29 of them were in. And then we needed some books that the librarian recommended for our summer reading program, and then we just found books. So we have a lot of books. I usually try to keep this whole shelf here filled with library books, but I had to take the spot of our little cash register here, so we have even more. I'm sure we will go through them pretty quickly. Is your toe all clean? You can walk on it. It's totally fine. It's fine. There's no owie. It's gone. He had a toe that was ripping, so we cut off part of it earlier, right? But I said, I can't cut the rest. It's still attached, and that would make it bleed.
Yeah, and
then he accidentally ripped it off. I don't even know if he noticed. You just saw that it was bleeding?
Yeah, I can.
You didn't even see it happen. That's probably for the best.
Oh.
Did you bump your toe on something? What?
While I was walking downstairs, not down there, got down in the basement.
Did you stub your toe?
Yeah, but not on something. It's on the ground.
Yeah, well, if you had a toenail that was hanging out a little bit, then that can rip it. I think it's a good thing because now it's just gone. He just saw that the nail was a little ripped and there was a tiny bit of blood. But yeah, he had a toenail that was ripping. I was able to cut off the white part, but I didn't want to do the rest. I was like, if it starts to rip some more, we can get the rest. But yeah, nature took care of itself. But back to the books. We've got a lot of books and it's a good thing. I love books, but we have so many that it like instantly filled the giant grocery bag that I had brought, and I didn't think of bringing more books. I'm still not used to like life before. We would bring the stroller and like 2 or 3 big bags, and the stroller was our cart, and I still don't bring the stroller in unless we're out walking, because for a while it was because of germs. But yeah, we had to go up to the desk, so they gave us a plastic bag. And then Jax was looking for books. He only found one. I was like, oh, come on, let me take like 2 minutes and look in your section with you. I'm like, he had this stack of books after just like a minute or 2 of me saying, hey, how about this and this and this and this. He'd read a lot of them, but he wanted to reread them. So I sent him up to the counter to ask for a bag, thinking he could get a plastic bag too. And they gave him this nice like promo bag from Hoopla, which is one of our online ebook services the library provides. They must have gotten some. But the manager of the library was the one he had talked to. She's so nice. I love her. And she's like, hey, would you like this one? So he got that cool bag for his books, and the librarians at the desk were like, oh, it's so great that you chose so many books, because he was like, I chose too many, I can't carry them, do you have a bag? So yeah, did the library. Then, oh my god, we were just dying like walking from the library to the car. It's so freaking hot. Plus we had just had a long breakfast outside. The shade helped a lot, but it was in the 90s, the heat index over 100, and the humidity in the upper 50s, low 60%. So gross. Did not walk. If you saw, I was doing an indoor jog today. I did like a 13-minute indoor jog. But yeah, did library, came home, and then we had lunch, and I worked on that homeschool stuff, and I was still undecided when we started quiet time, but after some more research before I started my news reading, goodness, you almost hit me with that door. I was sure you're gonna whack me. I ended up deciding to stick with the world history. The court, you can play for a minute. Yeah, that's a good time to do it. Then you stop when it's book time. Well, first of all, the course is called World History and Geography. he's taking an earth science that's going to cover a lot of the geography stuff. So I'm taking part of the geography out, and then also I took out half of the regions. It's such a massive course. Like, for example, there's 300 activities in his math course that we need to cover. Like, it could be a lecture, a lesson, a practice, a quiz, a worksheet, like all those. There's like about 300 of those. And maybe language arts has 290 or something like that. They're all around that. There's some shorter ones, like I add language arts extensions for more grammar and literature practice. But that course, that history course, had over 600, and it was just, he was gonna have to do like 20 items per day. And I'm sure the lectures are kind of long. I can't check the length of anything unless I start paying the $20 a month again instead of the $5.99. And I just, for July, I want to hold it at the $5.99. So yeah, I took out quite a bit, but he's still going to learn so much. We're going to skip the very beginning, what is geography, and we're going to skip physical structures. So the tilt of the earth and the seasons and biomes, because that's going to be covered in our physical science class. And then we're going to go in on human structures, so cultures, how humans interact with the environment and resources and stuff. So that'll come in introducing the world history aspect, and then we go into regional studies, which will be Africa, Southeast Asia, I think. Asia, Eastern Asia, South and Eastern Asia. I'm talking on my video. Can you keep the balloons in the other room now? And Europe and North America. So those 4, I believe, and each of those is quite a bit of a unit. It goes over their geography, resources, politics, economy, ancient history, modern history, might be something else, but yeah, they really drill down. That's why this was such a long course. They don't give grade levels for these middle school courses, science and social studies. It's just all middle school, and they have recommended orders you can take them in, but we're just doing what works. So is there anything else after this? No, it ends right on the US history, and then there was a big test at the end of all those regions that I had to remove, since I removed some of the regions, and he wouldn't be able to pass that if he didn't study some of those. But each of those regions does have a big chapter test, so I think that's fine for covering everything. And all of this is bonus because they don't necessarily cover much of that except for the ancient civilizations parts. So I think we'll be good. We'll even be touching on like Native American stuff that we need to circle back on that the county did last year. What?
A little bit foggy.
Just have a sip of my water. Oh, dude, we can't both fit at the same time. Don't make it slobbery. Okay, so I feel pretty good about that. There's still a lot per day, like a lot per week for that. And if it turns out that any of those items, the lectures, the vocabulary, like every unit has a vocabulary, if any of that's just longer than I expect, I'm gonna have to take something out. And I don't know, I might have to discuss it with him. It might be Africa, but I think he wants to do ancient Egypt. Or yeah, I kind of have to take out an entire chapter, because if I took out just like modern history of Africa, then he gets to the test and he wouldn't be able to do it. And of course you want to learn about colonization and all this stuff. Yeah, it's hard. I'm hoping that once I have full access, it's not going to be too bad and not going to be too overwhelming. But we'll just have to see. But anyway, I have both of their curriculums complete. So on July 1st, I can submit their notice of intent. They call it the NOIs for our final year of homeschooling. I would love to continue, but parenting is a team, and I don't always get the final say in everything. We gotta work together. Yeah, so that was the major part of my day. I got that finished after quiet time, and then we ended up ordering pizza. Having pizza, I did a little bit of crafting.
I want to cut all my free gange.
They might not fit because they're big, but go ahead back. I'm gonna say goodnight to everybody, then I'll do that for you. Anyway, yeah, it is getting late. He's waiting for his brother to come upstairs and read to him. He's supposed to be up here at 9:30, and it's 9:34 right now, but they're playing Halo, so they're probably finishing up. I do love that they're able to play that together and have some bonding time. But tomorrow, maybe the pool in the morning, maybe the mall. We just need to get out and move, and it's just, this heat wave is kind of dangerous. It's not good for walking, so one of those two things will probably happen. Yeah, I'm gonna say goodnight though. Thank you for making it this far. Have a great one. Stay kind, stay safe, and of course, you know what I'm gonna say. Wash your hands.